Hello and welcome back to another episode of Creators Corner, the talk show where I spotlight student creators on Alumni University's campus. I'm your host, Hailey Williams, and today's a very special episode with a very special guest. So, let's get right into it. Today's guest is a talented content creator and streamer from Virginia Beach, Virginia. She's a recent Longwood alum who graduated with a degree in communication studies and a concentration in digital media. For the past 4 years, she's built a community on Twitch through gaming and chatting. So I would like to welcome Hailey Villalpando. Hailey, thank you for coming back to Longwood to be on my show for this special Alumni Weekend episode.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited, ready for all the activities and everything that's going on campus.
How was alumni life treating you?
It's going. A lot of highs, a lot of lows.
Yep.
But I'm reaching the highs right now. I had a lot of lows as soon as I graduated.
Cool. Well, I'm going to start now.
Okay.
So my first question for you. You've been streaming for about 4 years now. What first inspired you to start, and how did your channel evolve over time?
You see, I'm kind of surprised you found out that was 4 years, but what got me to start streaming was just more so because I was first interested in being a YouTuber forever ago in like my middle school to high school years, but then I got lazy with editing. So then streaming started kicking off on Twitch, which I barely knew Twitch yet. About like my senior or junior year of high school, because my ex-boyfriend at the time was trying to be a Twitch streamer. Long story short, I rage baited him after we broke up on his Twitch chat. And then after a while, my freshman year of college, I was just like, why not give it a try? I don't have to edit, which is great because I'm a little lazy about that. And I think also it's just becoming popular at the time too because of the pandemic. So it's just like, why not put my foot through the door just to see what this could be for me, per se. Right now, after 4 years, I've definitely felt burnt out from it. And I've also, this year, I've taken a lot of time off, just more so. Again, a lot of lows happened right after college, so I didn't want to force myself to stream and be someone I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come back right now, but it's just, my setup needs to get a little bit better of a background. That's another main issue.
So when you go live, what's your process like? Do you plan your streams in advance, or do you just go with the flow and see where it takes you?
I'd say I do a little bit of both. Sometimes I plan with like other streamers that I became friends with later down the line. Most of the time it's go with the flow because most of my content is Valorant, which is a first-person shooter game.
I found one of those.
God!
I hate this.
Oh!
I hate this.
I played a lot of that, and then occasionally I play like other games, but like that's what I was mostly known for because it was getting popular at the time.
Yeah.
Toxic Community, by the way. I don't play it anymore as much. When I preface that.
Yeah.
But most of the time it was go with the flow, see what happens. It worked out half the time in my favor. But I think planning I enjoyed more because I knew I was going to be playing with people. Going with the flow, I felt like I was scheduling at the same time with people as I'm streaming, which was a little weird.
So, you've met close friends through streaming. What does community mean to you in the online space, and how has streaming helped you build those connections?
I think community was really important for me because I really did not know what the heck I was doing. Because nobody teaches you how to be a Twitch streamer, how to live stream, basically. Well, I mean, unless you're in the comm department. But I wasn't in the comm department yet.
Oh, okay.
I was in community college studying to be a teacher originally, so I used a lot of YouTube to prepare and learn more in the sense of like just how to build my network with people, and along with just trying to be, I guess, trendy for a lack of better words in this community. But I think community is really important in this space because everyone likes to compare themselves to one another. And I think some people like to put us up against one another too, in the sense of like who has the best community, who's the better Twitch streamer, even if you're small, which is kind of weird because like I have like 800 followers, under 1,000. And very early on in my career, when I was about like 200, 300 followers. I kept getting like put up against one of my close friends who I consider as like my older brother in the sense, but it's like the same like couple people that'd be like, oh, Hailey's the better Twitch streamer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, like, guys, this is awkward because that's my friend right there. Yeah. I mean, I never had bad blood with anybody I really stream with. Unless you look at my early career. Don't look at my early career. I canceled like one person early career. But he deserved it, okay? That, I hated that person. Like, acted like he was the son, like the Twitch CEO's son or something like that, because he was like, I know a Twitch mod, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going, which in that moment, community was really important to me because a lot of friends had my back for it because I was just going, I cannot deal with this. Yeah. And I think I might have on live, I'm not 100% sure because this is like, again, early on, like within my first year. But I think really early on, I was just like, yeah, no, I don't like this person. Like, I think we might have mentioned it on a stream or something like that. Yeah. Or I might have DM'd somebody. It was something along those lines. And he goes, can't believe you're telling your community, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, it was only one person. Dude, chill. That, like, asked you about it.
Do you still keep those people you made friends with today?
Do I still keep in contact with them?
Yeah, or, like, play with them?
Yeah, I still keep in contact with most of them. Yeah. Some people I drifted apart more so because of that different phases in life. And also, no offense, some of them were kind of cringe. Like, why was I at 20 years old trying to solve some 23-year-old's love life? Yeah. That was not a friendship I needed to be with still. But, like, some of my close friends, like Kelly, Lauren, I talk to them more so, like, on and off because, again, like, we're all in college. Yeah. Well, we were all in college. Some of us are finishing up college. Some of us are trying to go back to college or get into the real world. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of nice to be in that little in-between right now. Yeah.
So streaming regularly can take a lot of energy, especially while in school. What has burnout looked like for you, and how do you manage it while keeping your creativity alive?
I think for me, when I was first going through burnout within my it had to be my second year, because I used to stream daily. My first year or so, I used to stream daily, and then for like the first 2 years. And then once burnout started to hit for me, that's when I tried to schedule like every other day or so, but still didn't, like it kind of did help, but not really. Yeah. And then with school on top of it, school wasn't that difficult to me. It's like school never had an issue. I never had an issue with school and Twitch life. So I was able to separate that just fine. But I think it was more so or less like it felt like I was chained to my desk almost, of having to go live almost daily because that's how I thought some people expected me to stream, was to come on daily and play Valorant. Yeah. And I've obviously had my good days and bad days. I'm very terrible at the game still if you looked at my history and you look at my clips. Yeah. But I think, especially during my fourth year right now, or I guess if you look at my third year, I don't know how you want to look at it as, but this past year, just taking a step away from being on it for months has helped a lot. Because I've thought about coming back a couple of times, but it was just kind of like, it's not fair for me to come back on if I just don't feel like yapping for 2 hours as the minimum. Yeah. And then also having to schedule with people. Because like I have, and I just wouldn't go on my own stream. I'd go on like other people's.
How do you balance paying attention to growth in numbers without letting it control your creative process?
You see, I have that struggle though with looking at numbers and how does that affect as to what I should stream and what I should be doing, because I love looking at my analytics. I love looking to see where my audience comes from, who my audience is, what game usually gets the most views, which one am I going to get the most monetization from like subs, bits, whatever. Yeah. But I've been kind of chronically looking at mine. Not recently. Very early on I was, because someone introduced it, because my older brother figure told me about it, and I was like, huh. Because then he started comparing analytics. I was like, okay, whatever. Okay, yeah. But it's like, it's a male-dominated field. I don't expect myself to do as well. Unironically, I kind of did as well. But I think it also took a toll on me when I was looking at my analytics, because then I would compare like, oh, I got paid 2 months ago. Why? And I'm like month 3 now trying to get paid, because you have to reach a certain threshold before you can get paid.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't quote me, but like last time I ever got paid from Twitch was like $100 as the bare minimum you had to make from like subs and bits and all that.
Yeah.
And that definitely kind of takes a toll, because again, you have your good days, your bad days too. But also, I guess for a lack of better words, it's kind of like you're a street performer as you're just sitting there going spare change.
Yeah. I know some people stream for like money wise. Would you say you stream for like the money, or because like you actually enjoy streaming and playing like the game?
I think it was a little bit of both, because I was just like, well, if I can get paid for playing whatever games, that's great. Because I've never been sponsored by anyone or anything. And it's always been on my own. I don't have a team or anything to help me figure this out. It's been a lot of YouTube, or like YouTube research, or like going to my other friends for help regarding to that. But yeah, I think how often I get paid from Twitch, or like how much I get paid, kind of determines what I play. Not fully, but like it's nice to get like a paycheck every once in a while for just playing a game. I'm not saying it's the best way to get it, but it's kind of nice to just get paid to do your hobby.
Yeah. So you're also into arts and crafts, from bedazzling sunglasses to making your own fraternity letters.
I'm chronic at that.
How did those creative outlets connect your identity as a content creator?
I think just doing like random arts and crafts projects on the side kind of led me to want to be a streamer in the sense, because growing up I loved making my own jewelry, quote unquote. It was just literally putting beads on string. But I think from like very early on, I always knew I wanted to do something creative. And then middle school, like when I was cringe, in high school too, wanted to be a YouTuber for the longest time. Especially, like, who didn't want to be a Minecraft YouTuber in middle school?
Yeah.
That was the thing, at least for me. I don't know.
I want to make a slime channel.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Look at PG Babies. I wish. I wish.
Yeah.
But I think growing up really early on, doing like all these side quests of arts and crafts kind of led me to who I want. Like I knew what I wanted to do with my life, along with just. It's also just set like mentally, and it's calming.
Yeah.
There's not much thinking. You just kind of place random things and hope it works.
Yeah.
It's a lot of experimenting. It could be a science. It could be STEM if you think about it.
Yeah. Now my last hard-hitting question for you. What's next for you now as an alum?
What's next for me is hopefully a full-time job. Going back to Twitch streaming maybe. Hopefully with better titles and hashtags than the last 3 years for Twitch, and maybe go back to doing something creative again outside of Twitch, maybe arts and crafts. I don't know, maybe I'll switch it up and not play video games for a minute and just do like a hand cam stream, I guess, of just doing arts and crafts and yapping.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main goal is hopefully a full-time job that's not Twitch streaming. I love it, but also I think because I'm a one-woman show right now, it's difficult to do it. It's difficult to get a lot done, especially because I think trying to promote myself on other social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube as well, trying to like edit, find something funny and all that, or like what would be quote-unquote viral, is definitely difficult, especially trying to reach out to a niche audience.
Yeah.
But who knows where it will take me.
Yeah. Which is what we're learning in Dr. Ryan Stouffer's Comfort 10 Digital Social Media Technologies class.
Which has helped me a lot, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Stouffer.
I know, I thrived in that one class. I'm not gonna lie, that was the one class I've had the most fun in, because it almost brought me back to Twitch streaming low-key. because at least when I was done with that course and then winter break happened,
Yeah.
but almost brought me back because I was just like, oh my god, I miss content creating. And then some hiccups along the way from podcasting kind of humbled me real quickly. It was like, okay, maybe I don't come back.
Yeah.
Because there's times where I was struggling to get my podcast episodes to upload because they were video podcasts on Spotify, but they were video podcasts on Spotify. And Spotify is a pain in the butt half the time trying to upload the video file with it, or just upload the video with it. Again, Stouffer praised me a lot for saying I was ahead of my time somehow. Bless you. Ahead of my time is a little alert. It causes allergies. But I guess it's too bold of a statement, I guess. But I think it was a little bit ahead of my time because I started seeing one of my favorite K-pop soloists kind of inspired me to do it because I was just like, oh, well, he's on Spotify. He has YouTube videos of the podcast and then like his own separate episode on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I was like, why the heck not do it? And that company that he is the CEO of recognized mine a few times.
I remember that.
I'd like to toot my own horn on that one because I did not expect that whatsoever.
Yeah.
As like a senior in college just making a podcast. That's silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is all about idol survival shows. I will not plug it, I swear. Stouffer will know. I don't know if he talked. I doubt he'll talk about it. But anyway, I will say, it was kind of good for what it was, considering like you hear K-pop and you're like, oh god, she's gonna talk about BTS, Twice, Blackpink, whatever.
Yeah.
We do, but but we talk about the controversies of these shows though, more so than like why are they so great.
Yeah.
We talk about more like why are they so popular, and then also these big issues in that industry in the sense of like why are we having 12-year-olds competing with early 20-year-olds, you know, for the same dream, and these like toxic environments.
Watch Hailey's old podcast, Slowing on Hold. She said she was going to plug it, but she plugged it anyway.
I tried not to.
She started talking about it.
You talked about calm.
Yes, I know. I
We're
segued.
done.
It's my fault we segued. Hailey, thank you so much for coming back and being on my show.
Thank you
She
for
came back
having
just
me.
for this, not
Yeah.
because she's visiting for Alumni Weekend or anything.
Yeah.
She came back just
No.
to be here.
I had to be on here.
Yes.
It was my one goal in life. My one goal this whole semester. I had to be on here.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me here.
That concludes this episode of Creators Corner. Be sure to follow Hailey on Twitch and social media to keep up with her latest streams and projects. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from top student creators. And I'll see you in the next episode.